I get this question more than any other question. Dave, why can't I stop? And I understand the question, and I understand the pain of wanting desperately to be able to accomplish something and not being able to do it. Like wanting it so bad, reaching for it. And I want to tell you a story to help answer this question. So I was flying somewhere with my wife, and there was a little girl. She was small, maybe 3, and she was just upset. I mean, nothing could appease this young child. And a bunch of attempts were made. Flight attendant came over, offered the girl a cookie, stopped crying. She stopped crying. Okay? So what was happening? She knew she was going to get a cookie. So she felt better. Right? And why is this important? Why am I telling you this as I'm answering this question of why you can't stop? Because you need to understand that ever since you were a young child, you learned that certain foods change the way that you felt. You're hardwired to feel better, and you know how to do it. You got excited about things like cake, ice cream, and cookies because they changed the way you felt. Your brain released dopamine, right? It made you feel good. It was novel. It was exciting, right? Actually, over time, it stopped being exciting. It stopped being new, and you needed more and more and more to achieve the same effect. And no amount of willpower, no amount of dieting, no amount of detoxing or exercising, no number of resets got you to the point where you were confident in your ability to stay away from food. And as soon as it came back into your life, bam, it took over. It just overcame you. I'll just have this little bit of this little thing. And then all of a sudden, it just came back into your life like it had never left before. Like it was worse than it was before. It's progressive. What does that mean? It means it gets worse over time. It doesn't improve with periods of abstinence or periods of refrain. It just comes back. And what do we need to do so that we can get enough momentum so we can get some freedom and peace between our ears and our head so our thinking is quiet? We need to be with other people like ourselves. We need to know that we're not alone. You can do this. You can. I want to give you some information that I think is going to help you see what is really happening and what's really been done to you, and that you can take back and overcome. So there was something developed called the bliss point. And basically what the bliss point was it was the perfect point in between the amount of sugar and salt, or where people liked it the most, and it was almost irresistible to them, and they called that the bliss point. And what they did with the bliss point is they used that point across the whole scheme of things in terms of processed food. So they've developed processed food to elicit this wow effect, right? This amazing impact on you in your brain. It's not your fault that your brain has been hijacked. It's almost been set up. But only you can take back control. Only you can be responsible and retake and reclaim your life and your freedom. And it all starts with beginning to identify the foods that you can no longer control, that you maybe used to be able to control, but you can't control anymore. And I'm going to challenge you to open up your pantry and look inside and take an honest look and identify the things that cause you to feel guilty when you eat them, to debate whether you should or shouldn't eat them, or that you long for. Those are like drugs to you. They are. And as long as you eat those things, you are going to have cravings. So close down this video, open up your cabinet and identify and remove those things from your environment. If you live with family around, maybe you need a place for them to put their stuff, so you don't have to see it. Maybe a shelf in the refrigerator, one of the produce drawers, right? So it's so important that you set yourself up for success. And it all starts with your environment. It all starts at what you're seeing, what's in front of you all the time, what's on your counters, what's in your fridge, what's in your pantry. Right? Do not let the bliss point control your life. Get rid of your cravings by getting rid of the foods that cause your cravings so you can have peace. So you can accomplish what you want to accomplish and do what you want to do. You know, we've helped hundreds of people get rid of their cravings. And I'm telling you right now, they all started with this by cleaning up at home. So I challenge you. Go through that pantry today. Make it happen. Get rid of the things that are making it so difficult for you to do what you want to do. And take a look at the link below and make sure to grab your free checklist, the 3 steps to crushing your cravings. You're going to love it. It's going to walk you through everything.